It has been long thought that absolute pitch was a rare talent that only a few lucky ones were born with. But in recent decades, that view has changed. According to Swedish psychologist Professor Anders Ericsson behind the 10,000-hour rule, anyone could become the next Mozart, Serena Williams, or Albert Einstein. With early and proper training, one can achieve abilities before believed only required certain genes. What's really fascinating about the young Mozart is that he could reproduce the tones of virtually everything: the sound of a church bell, a sneeze, or a whistling tea kettle. He was only 7 years old when he initiated his European tour in 1763. He could barely see over the lid of the harpsichord, but had already captivated the audience in his hometown of Salzburg. Perfect pitch is estimated to be found only in a person in 10,000, and is the ability to identify tones as a pitch name without any reference or external standard. Most people have the ability to perceive intervals between notes, but cannot recognize a certain tone without having anything to relate to. But why do some have absolute pitch while others have not? In the 1960s, Japanese master pedagogue Kazuki Eguchi developed a method for children to learn perfect pitch. The Eguchi method has proven that anyone under the age of 6 can acquire the ability. To this date, more than 20,000 children have acquired the perfect pitch through the method. There's actually very little evidence that a genius somehow is different from other people if you look at their childhood and what they focused on. It is not inconceivable that there is something that genetically distinguishes them from others. There's no evidence for it with the research that exists today. Professor Anders Ericsson believes that what separates the expert from the rest of us is that the years of training has changed the neural network in the brain and have achieved highly specialized mental representations. Mental representations are simply explained how one mentally images the world. Scientists believe that expert level performance is primarily the result of the expert level practice, not due to innate talent. The difference between expert performers and normal adults reflect a lifelong period of deliberate effort to improve performance in a specific field. In other words, it's not what you're born with. It's about how consistently and deliberately you can work to improve your performance. Obviously, there are genetic differences that make it difficult for some individuals to succeed. For example, to be born blind or deaf, or a person's physical length that can not be affected by exercise, which plays a major role in sports like basketball and gymnastics. The idea of intense training leading to the top can also stand in front of other obstacles such as class, gender, and ethnicity. But also the most unpredictable factor, luck. All accumulated benefits are also based on the luckiest of all circumstances, to be born in the right place. To sum up briefly, Anders Ericsson believes that the talent is no gift privilege of the few, but something we can all learn with the right exposure and training. Prominent people have only used their brain and the body's ability to adapt more than others. With deliberate and supervised exercises, one can reach a wide range of abilities, creating abilities that one otherwise would not have.